Long time no see, guys. It's been 4 weeks since I last did a review, and I'm sorry for that. There was one week that I wasn't feeling good, and the other weeks I was busy with schoolwork and stuff, so I was unable to really do any reviews. But as I stated back on my Twitter, that and also because of the bad weather that was happening yesterday here in New York and all that stuff, so it was really trouble coming home because of traffic and all that stuff, so I wasn't able to upload the video. But I'm doing a triple review of this show, Sanrio, also Gakko and Babysitters, and Gintama Silver Soul arc, and the newer episodes will be uploaded tomorrow, so you can expect that for sure. So if you guys remember where we left off from episode 5 with Nishima, and how he has basically a problem, that's something that he's dealing with himself, but he's portraying it to the others. We remember that Nishima doesn't like to be treated as if he's girly, and also for the fact that he likes the little twin stars, one of the Sanrio characters, and the fact that's considered girly. And also when we know that Yoshino, Kasagawa, and Mizuno are able to say boldly that they like this stuff, he had a problem with that. And that's when we had the student council president, Minamoto, stepped in trying to kind of squash the whole situation. He himself got dragged into it. And it came to the point by the end of the episode when he found out that Minamoto himself also likes one of the characters, Cinnamon Roll. He actually felt disappointed by that. So it continued into episode 6, where the problem still goes on. And if it wasn't obvious from episode 5, it's pretty obvious here, where Nishimiya, he does like the twin stars, but he can't really say it out. So he was jealous of the trio for the fact that they were comfortable with what they like and weren't ashamed for the things that pipped their interests. So because of that, it caused him to build that frustration and stuff that he's been feeling from long ago, and then he portrayed it onto them and also to the student council president. So we see where Minamoto is going back and forth dealing with the stuff that's happening in school and also trying to solve this problem, and we see how it's taking a toll on his body, causing him to have fatigue and eventually faint. And one thing that probably really didn't catch anybody's eyes until possibly they explain in the episode, but we see how he always takes on every single task, and yet he's the only one doing. We never see people actually helping him, or better yet, him asking people. So when we saw when he went to Nishimiya's house to try to talk to him and apologize, we see where Nishimiya lashes out at him saying, I can't stand you, somewhere along the lines like, you're perfect, you can never understand where I'm coming from. And then the fact where we have like Hasagawa Kota telling almost the same thing to the president. He came to understand the reason why Nishimiya is actually upset with him. Now, the whole thing is fixed. The situation is fixed. Both sides, both parties are able to apologize. We see where Nishimiya is eventually starting to accept the fact that he does like Sanrio and is learning to become more comfortable with himself, as well as where we have Minamoto now is starting to rely on others and ask for them when he does have trouble, for them to give a helping hand. So with these 2 episodes, we were able to get more information and development for these 2 characters. And now what I like about episode 6 was they basically made a play on the show's name, Sanrio Danshi, or better yet known as Sanrio Boys. So we have all 5 characters coming together, and this just gets closer to what we saw in the beginning of episode 1, where there was like a play that was happening. So you can expect that to retcon by at least episode 11 and 12, which will be the last episodes. So to episode 7 now, once all of that ordeal was finished, we got to episode 7, and episode 7 wasn't really much, but it was a pretty nice episode. We have all 5 boys that go to Sanrio Pearl Land. Of course, many of them when they were a child, versus Minamoto, who goes there every time he feels frustrated or he needs to, clear his mind. So they went there and had fun, bought a lot of stuff, even some limited edition, took pictures, and we're really having a good time. Now there was this play that was going to happen, some type of musical that was happening, and all of them went to go watch it. And they described it as being a miracle. They were fascinated by the play itself, even though it seemed pretty childish. It was the message that was coming across, basically along the lines of like, you can't do anything without friends, and you need to open up yourself so that you can bring people in. And it really opened up Hasegawa's eyes. It caused a sparkle. The miracle that he saw caused a sparkle within him. And this goes back to episode 1, when Hasegawa was in this slump where he didn't know what he wanted to do. He felt like he was so ordinary and he didn't really stand out. And then when he started meeting each character, he found something special about them. Like for Mizuno, he's capable of cooking. For Yoshino, he's with soccer. Minamoto being a president, and the fact that I don't really know much about Nishimiya, of course, but probably because he looks pretty or something. But he found a sparkle in each one of those characters. So after seeing this play, he's like, I found my sparkle. He doesn't know exactly what it is yet, and that's how we get into episode 8. But he's inspired by something. He was inspired by the play that he saw at Sanrio Puroland. So it gets to episode 8 now, where he's trying to figure out where his sparkle is. So he tried out for the soccer club. That didn't work out. He tried to cook with Mizuno. He's not a very good cook. He tried to do with the student council. That didn't really help out. And he tried to do library assistant with Nishimiya, but he was falling asleep on the job. So each of these things that were secluded for just these particular characters did not fit for Hasegawa. And it goes to show that just because someone else is doing it may not be something that you yourself are made to do, or it's just not in your line of interest. There's something out there for you. So he was kind of down on it, because it's like, they all have something that they're all good at, something that they themselves actually like, and yet he has yet to find what he is capable of, something that he can sparkle at. So he decided, and everybody was trying to help him, like, okay, we're going to try to do a musical play. Now, they talked about in episode 7, just briefly when they were having their lunch, that there is a school festival that's going to happen during the fall semester. And that some clubs may be doing stuff and such, but also for students that don't belong to any clubs, they can individually participate or make their own thing. So he decided, okay, we're going to make a play. But the downside to that is, since they don't belong to any club, they have to make up their own money. So the money has to come out of their pockets in order for costumes, music, lighting, and all of that stuff. Everything costs money. So each character decided to go get a summer job in order to raise enough money for their budget so that they can pull this off. So the only thing that they will have left once they have the money is to prepare the costumes, do dance routines, script, and all the props that's needed for their play. So it was really nice to see the characters doing something just to come together and do one amazing project together. And we were able to go to see into Minamoto's house, where they all brainstorm what this play will be about. But of course, they don't know exactly what they want to do. So the episode we have where Minamoto's mother suggested that they go to a family friend's beach house. So we're going to have a so-called training camp. Now, we know this is not a sports anime. This is maybe for a little bit of fan service, but we'll see for the next episode what this whole training camp will entail, and will they be able to brainstorm an idea on what this musical will be all about, and will it be a success by the end of the show. So if you guys saw all 3 episodes, episodes 6 to 8, do tell me in the comment section below on how you felt about each episode. What were some of your favorite moments, and what do you expect for them in episode 9 in terms of the so-called training camp at the beach. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye!